Reed asks, I love this because it shows a real awareness of his business. Check this out. I have a shop that repairs high-end cars. What kind of content would you produce? And now listen to this. If your best customers could care less about car content and people that actually cared about content involving high-end cars were your worst customers. Now, I completely get this. I absolutely, completely understand this. So the type of customers are the rich people that love having a particular type of car as a collector's item, but they aren't into the maintenance of it. They don't care about it. They just love driving and being seen in that particular vehicle. Now, don't hate, don't judge. Bless them if that's the market they're in. But as a business owner servicing these high-end cars, of course, the people who are into the nitty-gritty of doing these cars and are super passionate about it can quite often be incredibly super picky about it, right? And that is, I get that. So what you have to do, so what do? Put my marketing hat on. What you have to do is you have to look at the pains, gains, and jobs to be done of the type of customer that you want. Question I'll often ask my private clients: who's your favorite client? Talk to me, describe your favorite customer. Put them in your head and describe them to me. Who are they? What type of business do they have? What's their income? What are their hobbies? Just to try to get a really rounded idea of who the type of this best customer is. Some of the highfalutin marketing books might refer to this as your customer avatar. There's another way you might have heard the term avatar as a way of describing this. I'm a simple bloke, so just tell me your best customer and what do they like. So that's the first thing I would be doing, Reed, is starting to think about that and what are their pains, gains, and jobs to be done. Typically, in that type of marketplace, word of mouth is so incredibly powerful. So if you divide up the transaction into 3 units, your before unit, your during unit, and your after unit, a lot of times we focus a lot on the stuff that we're doing the before unit, and Dean Jackson's a magnificent proponent of all of this stuff. We do spend a lot of time getting traffic and understanding our initial market's needs, and during, when we sell people and when we provide them their service, we don't think quite as much as that. Some good businesses do, but I tell you, something that we all leave a lot to be desired on is in the after unit. In other words, after you've done the service, after you've serviced their high-end car and done all of that, how can you be of service with them? And most importantly, how can they help you? And having some sort of referral approach so that people are, because car owners and I'm assuming the high-end car, they see each other, they acknowledge each other. The Tesla owners, classic, right? They've got clubs, they've got groups, they've got all these sorts of things, and they're probably a bit more engaged than the market that you're in. You need to understand who these people are and get them, because often they don't want money for referrals, because that almost feels a little bit dirty in this particular case. But when they're talking cars, you want them to say, oh, you've got to get your car serviced by Reed. He's sensational. He's the guy who makes it. And you want to mention to people, you want to put it in their head that your business grows and you're able to better serve them by getting clients just like them. So getting them involved in your business that way, because the type of client that I'm imagining in my head that you're dealing with, that type of thing where they almost feel like they're a bit of a patron, to use a word we talked about previously, patronage, back in the days of the founding fathers and Hamilton or the Renaissance. Artists and people who are creative and people who they survived based on patrons. High-end, working on high-end cars, high-end anything, is often about patronage, and you want to make them feel special. So if they're not interested in the mechanics of the car themselves, it's often the experience around. How can you make the experience better? Can you pick them up? What about hire vehicles? What about getting them Ubers to and from so they don't have to worry about dropping your car off? How can you make the experience better? Okay, and because these high-end clients are awesome, because often, what you can charge for the service is you can increase significantly, just by providing a latte and an Uber lift. could be way, way better. And you start doing that, people are going to start talking about you. And that's the best referral. So that's my from the hip suggestion read for you about that. Hopefully that's useful.